Alrighty, today we are going to be doing from a sorted recipe book. Sorry, I don't have like a a pod, on a, anyhow, this recipe comes from a sorted food, um, sorted food meal packs app. Very interesting. There are also a YouTube channel. This is going to be going on my YouTube channel. I'm going to first show how to cut. I'm using the paring knife because it's just a jalapeno. Don't really need anything fancy. Right now, try to do bite-size cuts. These are terrible. I'm gonna cut one at a time for right now. Do they have to be even? These are going to go in tacos. This is a breakfast smashed taco recipe from the sorted Alrighty. Let me show you the pile of cuts. Some of them are not even. Reason why I'm using the pear knife is because they're not that big of peppers. They're really, there are different ways of destoning. Deseeding jalapenos. This knife actually gives me more precise cuts, precision cuts. Excuse me. Let me cut the tip off. Look at that. Seeds coming right out. You could use a spoon, but I don't want to dirty up a spoon since I've already dirtied up this small pear knife. And don't roast me in the comments either, please. If you got anything nasty to say, don't say it. It's what my mom always said. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. Even if it's for YouTube. This is not just going to be for my YouTube channel. This is also going to be for a grade. Let's get rid of all the pulp on out of there. Going to now show you guys how to cut rings, jalapeno rings. They'll be sliced in half later. But there's different two types. You got rings and you got dice. Now I'm showing you rings, keeping the jalapeno whole. These are not very good cuts, but they say to use a claw method. This little claw method right here. Kind of interesting, kind of not so interesting. It's just, there you go. The different types of slices. As I said, you got your ring slices. Very nice. And then you got what I like to call wedge slices, because technically there are wedge slices, but they're also known as bite-sized slices, so wedged and ring slices. These are going to go to the side. Clean up the board. Clean up the mess. Dust it all in your hand, even though you're not supposed to dust it in your hand. You're normally supposed to use gloves, but I do not have any gloves, so I am sorry about that. Uh, Once you're done with that, wipe down the area where you cut your jalapenos. Wipe down the board. Should be a super clean area. I'm using Clorox wipes because that's really all I have in store. I'm going to be putting the paring knife away because I won't need to be using the paring knife anymore. So I'm going to put that to the side. And now I'm going to bring out what I was supposed to be using, a chef's knife. Very long, very fat. This is the fat, very sharp. Use a sharp-ish knife. And now, avocado. Come on. Here we go. Avocado. As you can tell, very ripe avocado. We are going to put the peppers and the avocado all in the guacamole because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Now, taking the knife, you find where that is. Come right. You can actually do this different ways. Basically, you gotta find right where the stone's at. If your knife cannot go through, that means you're at the stone. Make a incision around the stone. See? Wow. Hardly any effort. If your avocado's like mine. We're going to take the stone. Still got some avocado on it. We might just wipe that off. Make sure you have a hand towel on you or nearby. In my case, very nearby. It was near the stove. Yep. That is in half. Now, these little black pieces, that black piece right there, and this little black piece right there, we don't really need that in our guacamole. We actually are going to get rid of that because the black spots are no good. Especially if you're making any type of thing that has to do with using avocados. These are not from Mexico, these are from Walmart. As I said, nice, beautiful avocado. We're going to slice 1, slice 2, slice 3, slice 4, slice 5. Not all the way down, not all the way down to the skin. You don't want to cut all the way down to the skin. You just want, at this particular time, you would want to use a spoon. I'm going to grab a spoon right now. Not going to show you where the spoons are because I don't want y'all coming over to my house and trying to steal my sister's spoons. Yes, I'm at my sister's house and not at my house because I really don't have a sink that it works, but weirdness. Anyhow, after the avocado is out of its skin, we're going to then show you, I'm going to actually show you the splits that the avocado is now cut. I'm basically now showing you that, yes, I did cut the avocado. This avocado was kind of mushy, but still ripe. dirty fingers. It is okay to clean as you go, so prep work. Right now I'm just doing prep work right now. I'm getting the avocado ready to get smashed. Avocado is one of those things that can be cut, or it can, however, if it's mushy like this, whoops, forgot about some skin. That's fuck. That's how sharp it is. When you're cleaning your knife off with your fingers, watch out for the blade bit, especially when it's sharp, or you'll end up getting a cut like I just did. There it is. In that case.
Oh no! No!
No.
My load was in the dryer, but put it on the wrong load.
Oh, yeah. I need a Band-Aid, please. Howdy.
Bathroom?
I need a Band-Aid, please.
Bathroom, buddy.
And that is the reason why you should be wearing gloves when cutting, or learn how to cut safely. You could have your finger get cut in the kitchen or wherever you may be. If, however, your knife does cut you, or you accidentally cut yourself, wash said blade up before reusing it again. Just be careful around sharp objects. Okay. Before continuing, dry your knife with a dry rag or with any type of. Anyhow, see, nice and shiny. very nice and shiny. Nice and clean. Anyways, this pile of avocado is now ready to be mushed. You can use, since it's this mushy, use the back end of the knife itself. Look at that consistency. You could also just put this in a blender, but I think using a blender at this particular time is actually too late because I've already cut it up and it's already on the cutting board. So, whoop. Let's get that nice and mushy. As I said, using the back handle of the knife, using the back side of the knife, not the blade itself, just using this bit of the knife right here, not the blade itself, but just the back handle of it. The back end will do fine. You could also use a spoon if you don't have a knife. Although if you are using a spoon to cut at your avocados, make sure that your avocado is very ripe so that the spoon can get all the way. I'll show you. Now we're going to just lift. Look at that. Perfect lift. We're going to lift. Let me get a bowl. A little small bowl. We're going to put the avocado, mushed avocado stuff inside a small bowl, being very careful again, not cut yourself. Voila. Is. Now, since this avocado is as ripe as I said it is, you can, however, use a spoon. Going to dig around. Going to show you how to use said spoon. Well, actually, I just did. But this has already been recorded. But you take your spoon and you go, whoop, and then flip onto the cutting board. I'm going to take the skin to the trash. Make sure your garbage can is very close by. Of course, with a spoon, you don't get cuts. So, if you don't like getting cuts and you have a very ripe avocado, you can use a spoon. Now, taking the avocado, claw method. Don't know why some people think that the claw method is wrong method. It is not, for some reason. It is, but it isn't. I don't know. You choose which method is good for you. But in the cooking world, claw method happens to also be the most safest method. But my opinion, you can use whatever type of method. Proper method is the claw method for some reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Again, we're not going to use the back of the knife. We're going to use the back of the spoon. Use the back of the spoon, not the front end of the spoon. That's the one we already scooped our avocado out of its skin. You know, some people say that the avocado itself, once it's out of its skin, is not naked. Weirdos. You want a consistency of like a paste. I believe that is the correct. Also, to make it look more like pate. We'll season after we get both avocados inside the bowl. Right. Dirty hands, clean as you go. second avocado. Again, find where the stone is at. Cut around and around and around. Technically, it's already been used for avocado, so whoop. Very nice. There's another way of cutting an avocado. You can cut at where the stem was at. Basically, you could cut that off and then well, I'm going to be using the spoon anyways. So as it said, use a spoon, stab it, go around and around. Let's just do it to the exact same avocado. Stab with the spoon, go around and around, plopping it on to, as I said, this already had avocado already cut and mushed on it, so it's fine. We'll wash it down, we'll clean it off later so that we can do our other things that we need to do for this recipe. Prep is the most important thing of a meal. If you're going to be making avocado, not avocado, if you're thinking of making guacamole, I suggest you start with prep work first because it's the most easiest, it's the most, it can be the most delicate. So, as I said, clean as you go. In this case, we're going to be actually just... No. We're going to cut those. Ooh. You can also use avocados in ice cream. It's been known to also be used in bread. Oop. We don't want that bit right there. We're going to get rid of that brown. You don't want a brown avocado, it's not ripe yet. Any type of recipe using avocados, you need a very ripe, listen to me closely, you need a very ripe avocado. As in, it needs to be ripe enough so that you can smush it with a spoon, and also ripe enough so that you can we're going to be doing all the cutting first before smushing. Come on, get off the knife, please. Thank you. Off the knife, thank you. Just to get all of the... Ooh, look at that! That is thin. Whoop! Almost cut myself in. Don't want to do that. Let's try not to cut ourselves again. We already cut ourselves once. We don't need to cut ourselves again. Once is good. None is better. Not getting cut. Ooh, just look how thin that slice is. Alright. Nice and ready to be mashed. You can, however, use, for some reason, some people use a masher, a potato masher. Yes, could it be quicker? Yeah, sure, but it's not fun. It's kind of boring. In my opinion, it's boring. It's useless. I like to use the backward spoon because it's more fun that way. Look at this avocado. Smushy. Get it nice and smushy. Yeah. Look at the smushiness. As I said, using the back end of the spoon. Use the back end of the spoon. If you wish, you can also use a mashed potato masher because these are so. Look at that. As I said, we're going to season with salt in this particular. Just mash. As I said, you can also use the back end of the knife. Smushy. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and smushed. Make sure you get every last, since it's a spoon, it won't cut you. Now we don't need our spoon anymore because we're done with guacamole. Okay. Voila. Okay. Time. Wiping the board of any trace of this avocado. That was a terrible idea, probably. As I said, don't judge me in the comment section. This is kind of like Ouija's mediocre kitchen, except for it's Dab's mediocre kitchen. Hello, I'm Dab. That was terrible. Look at a close up of my face. Yeah, no. Let's try. Like this. There we go. That was terrible. This is Dab's mediocre kitchen. We will, however, be needing to clean our knife again because we're going to be using it to cut some dill and some chives as well. Using hot water, frost knife itself. Split chine will not work because that will not get rid of anything. That's just to make a dad laugh. Ha ha. You really just need to rinse it off and then dry it. There we go. Okay. Before we start with the dill, take a look at that for a minute. Just for a minute. Take a look at it. Now I know what it's missing. It's missing some salt. We're going to be using pink Himalayan salt because I can't find the actual salt that's normally. So insult your avocado because it's been naughty. I'm kidding. Again, give yourself another spoon. Mix in the salt with the avocado. Although you could just use the exact same spoon that you just used to smush the avocados with. But instead, we're going to just use a different spoon because Get it nice and mixed, and we need to mash a little bit more, mash a little bit more of that. Okay. We're going to be using the spoon later on. Let's put the spoon to the side. We need, apparently, it's asking for zest of lemon. Where is the New Yorker, who's also known as the Shredder? Fudge biscuits. Come on. Oh, it's right in front of me. Alright. Grab your shredder. Should be using a hand shredder because we're using a lime. Instead, we have a box shredder because we don't have a hand shredder. We're going to be just zesting as much zest as we possibly need. Now, to not do any food waste, we are going to be using the whole entire lemon. Not only are we going to be using the zest of said lemon, excuse me, of the said lime, not lemon. Zest. Smells good. We're not going to be using all of it. We're also going to cut said lime. Not only are we using the zest of said lime, but we're also going to be using the juice of the lime. Since we've already mixed with this spoon, we might as well sprinkle the zest inside what's going to be our guacamole mix. That's probably the reason why they said to use a handheld grater, but I don't have one, so we're using what we got. Right. Mix the lime zest in. Okay. It's been incorporated. Very nice. Now, we're now going to use the knife that we used earlier, that we have just cleaned, and we're going to slice it in half. Just gonna slice the lime in half. Now, if you want more juice, you can also do what Ben likes to do on Sorted, and 3 ways. Straight. Squeeze the absolute out of it. Squeeze the absolute all that juice on out of that. Alright. Get all that nice juicy. First we were using zest and now we're using lime. This could be too much juice. Alright, here we go. Why we're using all this juice? Well, we don't want any food waste, so you know. This may be too much. There we go. Voila. We're going to incorporate that all up in our going to be guacamole. Look at it. It also helps break down on any guacamole that you might have missed smushing it. The zest just brings out zinginess. Zinging. Zing right on in there. Ah. Oh yeah, remember those jalapenos we cut earlier? Yeah. Nice ring. We're actually going to just use the rings. We're going to put them all in. Not the seeds, because we don't need the seeds. Okay. If you think I should have cut these into like smaller bites, please tell me in the comment section down below, but don't roast me about it, please. Roasting people is not good. It's not nice.
Sir, it's very good.
What?
People from Dallas, Texas called me.
Mm-hmm.
For the potential fan and North. Wanted me here for a bunch of crap stuff, please.
Mm-hmm.
But
Who knows, maybe the next time I make guacamole I might just cut it a little bit smaller for y'all. And if you like to say, yes, that is a very small bowl that you're using, shush. I'm not a chef, I'm a home cook. Incorporate slowly. So I can just get incorporated in. Alright. That is nice and incorporated all up in the dish. Now we can use the other line for something else. Right. Clean the board down.
What? What? Come on.
Alright, we don't really need the extra lime because we got a bunch of lime juice and zest inside this whole thing. Okay. Now, we're going to use some dill.
No, it's the with the error.
We're going to grab some dill.
That's fine.
Grab some dill off of the twig here. I don't know if you can use the stems itself. If you can, please comment in the comment section down below. I would like to see if you have actually used the stem itself inside of a recipe. If you have, please comment in the comment section down below. Okay, let's get cutting. Whoop.
Alright.
What up?
Alright, Chef.
What?
I have to go to work today, so I'm gonna need you to.
Well, the dill has been incorporated inside stuff.
Okay?
Now I'm going to chive.
I'm sorry, I need to eat at some point. So I need you to tell me what needs doing next, that way I can go ahead and get started on it.
Well, I'm mostly just prepping.
Okay.
You
I'm
can
going
start on cooking sausages if you like.
to get out the way.
What? No, you need the pan.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
One or
it's
two
almost
things.
2 o'clock and I'm hungry, okay?
Okay, sorry.
Oh dear. Well, ready to leave.
Hey, Kenneth,
I don't remember this error.
question. Do I need like a thing of, if you're making guacamole, do I need the garlic to be in the guac?
It was just.
The recipe's on that road which I'm recording.
Taking a long time. Getting on my nerves.
in this case, it is a very big deal for Heidi.
Dude. We're taking a long time. And
All right.
We're gonna go to work.
Yes, sorry.
Start over on this. Just start over.
Alrighty. Clean down board. Clean down board. Drop off board. Not with the sharp end of the knife, but with the spine. This the spine of the knife. Yes. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now that we got our greenery chopped up, we can now begin
And letting people
incorporating it.
I love your heart for the Lord and singing worship songs, she said. And Barbara Jones said, amen. And Coach Caldwell said, good stuff, Kenny. That's what
That used to be your nickname in high school. You used to call him Kenny.
Yeah, they call me, Coach Caldwell called me Kenny every single
Good job, Kenny.
Well, I got him on Facebook and
Alrighty.
anybody loves
Cilantro, dill,
I love to worship
all
songs.
incorporated in this guacamole. Also zest of lime and juice of lime. It is all incorporated in this guacamole. Okay. Ooh. Heidi, taste that.
Okay.
Give it a taste of that. A little salted? Or does it need more salt?
Oh.
Okay.
Hey,
Need.
which one is yours? Drink twice.
Mine's the one with the broken straw.
This straw is not broken.
Exactly.
My straw remains unbroken.
Mine's broken. Going to crack in some black pepper just for some added flavor. All you Spanish chefs, if you say that it's wrong, I'm sorry. It's not tradition, I'm sorry. This is mediocre kitchen. Yep. Alright. They also say taste as you go.
Not make chicken stuff.
You see the consistency. Love it. Salt and pepper have all been incorporated with this. Going to dip my there it is.
My whole green mustard?
No, no, no. The back.
Wait a minute. Where is my mustard, David?
Yellow cider yellow. Or yellow. Or yellow. Yellow. What are you doing down there? And that guacamole is almost done. I think one little clove of garlic will do it.
It'll be fine.
Oh goodness, it is stop trying to home. Alright. Take the bulb garlic in half once.
Oh, actually, you know how you do? No. You don't cut into a bulb of garlic.
You break it.
Yeah. You
Make sure.
tear into the top, but don't tear all the way into it, especially if you only want to use a single clove.
See? All the cloves are in the garlic bulb. Press up again and hit it.
you-
3.
Ow.
Alright.
Just got guacamole on me. Alright.
Alright.
Hold on.
I don't
I'm gonna
think
do
that was
it one more time just to be able to peel it more easily.
Go.
There. See?
Oh, might
Yeah.
have actually.
Now, I might have accidentally smacked it a little harder than necessary, but that means that this is going to be a little bit easier to
Cut.
dice.
Yes, we
Well,
want.
mince, actually.
Yes, we want. You want minced?
Most likely, unless you need a nuance of garlic.
No.
Top
no.
and tail. None of my business. I make this chicken salad.
Let's move the guacamole on our way for now.
Garlic for me.
Now we just need slice. However, my sister said earlier, might just. We don't want it heavy on garlic, we just want flavor. Get
And
on.
an apple for my chicken salad.
Wrong way was the camera. It's facing. You see,
I'm not putting an apple for my chicken salad.
gonna have to figure out how to cut that. I think that's been minced enough. Finally. It's another reason why we use gloves. Just so that the garlic smell doesn't go onto our hands. But as I said, I do not have any gloves, so
It is what it is.
yep. If you do not have any gloves, you're going to have to wash your hands after you're done with.
You wash your hands even if you do have gloves.
That to listen to the sound of logic.
It's not a doctor, I just work at a hospital.
This is true. Alright. Incorporate garlic inside the guacamole.
Knife works best when you take the guards off. So.
Yes. In that case, the guard was off. Was off from my knife. And now, this guacamole is finished. They don't end up licking. Oh, where's my apple? Now that the guacamole is done, we're going to take a look at the sausages. Sausages are cooking finely. We're going to use a clean set of tongs to turn them. There we go. One-handed, see? Let's move these sausages around so that they can get their cooking in a nice cook. And also, you don't want them to stick to the pan.
Before you cut up the apples, I just did a different board because you had garlic all over that. You don't want garlic again.
Well, it was garlic, dill, and avocado all in one board.
Yeah, those are all fairly savory things. Apples and pineapple, pears, and the like are not necessarily savory or vegetables.
Well, no. The avocado is technically a fruit.
But it's a savory fruit, like tomato.
Yeah. Okay. We're also going to be using this exact same fat oil that you see in the pan for our flour tortillas.
Oh, just so you know, we did not put any grease in the pan. That is just the oil that came off of the
this is all
sauce.
oil from the sausage itself.
Oh, and just caught a glimpse of my lunch. At my work lunch.
She's the real house chef. I'm just
Yeah. Chicken salad. Cranberries, apples, chicken, celery. Oh, and this is a secret ingredient. Old Bay seasoning.
and also a little bit of love. Hang on. Also a little bit of love. So now, I'm going to put the camera back down. And we're going to, number one, clean the knife. And get a clean book. Because we don't want to do exactly what
Cleanliness is key.
Alright. Move the guacamole out of the way. Dust off the leftover cuts. They're not going to be used anymore because take the leftover bulb of garlic and put it in the refrigerator. Not in the freezer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. There you go. What? That looking done.
Break one of them in half. Break one of them in half. Pick it up and look at it. Yeah, say that's done.
Set it. Put them on a
Brown.
plate. Or
Okay.
okay. I'm actually going to put them all the sausages all in one. Ooh, these might be a little bit more brown than we thought. Alrighty. Now that that's done. We're going to grab our flour tortillas. We're going to take a that, keep it. We're going to need it for later. And how many people are we eating?
Well, it depends if Dad comes or not. Ask if he wants, if he's awake.
I'm gonna do a light toasting.
Leave it alone for a second or two. For about 10 seconds. Alright.
I actually don't need to show you that they're having flour.
Yeah.
That's what was used in the recipe.
See? Flour tortillas.
Wow. Alright.
Slightly puffy.
Ooh, puffy. I said we were going to get another. Voila. We have a clean cutting board. We have a guacamole. The guacamole is done this season. You've seen it. And you can also see everything that's in it. It has lime zest. It's got dill. It's got cilantro. Sausages are done. Now we are cooking our flour tortillas. But for the second part, I'm going to show you two different types of cutting with apple. Excuse me, apples, plural. Alright. That might have been a little bit too much.
Oh, the eggs, David.
Oh. We'll use our pear knife soon.
David, I think we're just doing them scrambled egg style.
Okay.
So go ahead and
Grab 8.
yeah, act like we're cooking for 4 people.
Okay.
Go ahead and just scramble.
I'm going to be leaving 2.
I'll live.
Okay. For our
Egg is a bowl.
Alright. Just gonna put the eggs inside the bowl for now, but before I crack eggs and show y'all how I make my version of scrambled eggs, I'm going to show you 2 different types of ways of cutting eggs.
Okay, fine. That's what I need to fix right now.
Alright, find
And I put 'em
the middle
for now.
of the apple. We are first going to be doing wedges. And to do said wedges, hold the thumb in the middle so that you can have precise location on where the core is.
I've got work to do.
Okay, yes.
Unfortunately, I can't wait for you forever.
Let's get this deal off the board. Oops. Anyways. Alright, now to show you that they are sliced.
Don't hold back the cough. Just don't cough in the kitchen. Alright, 2 for
6/8.
they wrote that script, they're very funny. I mean, they wrote the script for the set, and also animation, cartoon, and did the voices too. Oh, the cup. Oh, you're still on live?
Isn't I got 15% on the phone?
50%? Better charge your phone. Want me to charge your phone or no?
Nope, still filming.
Okay. You need to charge your phone. Hey.
Alright. There are all the slices, also known as wedges. I think I should also put the slices in a bowl.
As you like.
And you can eat these apples as is, or you can put them with cinnamon sugar and eat them. I like that. But I think these are going to be going.
Uh-oh.
Now, same way as we're going to be now dicing said apples.
Oh, I had to put it on kill count. Sorry. What did I do? Sorry. Alexa, turn off timer. That's right.
I think we might just use these chunks for would you like to use the diced voila.
Eggs, sausage, hold on.
Oh yeah. Now we're going to get spoon and look at the finished product. Guacamole. And that is the smashed breakfast burrito tacos sorted. Actually, brunerized. Anyhow. We're gonna put the dice, apples,
I guess you already paid.
I needed.
Oh, listen.
Hey, get
Oh,
this. Hey.
I guess you would.
Two or one.
Yes, two. It's a very good idea, bro. I don't even know you had this idea.
We're getting paired.
Yeah, better cancel it out if you need to charge your phone.
Alright. Pear. It did say to peel it first. They did say
I need
peel it.
to get a cup, so you'll pardon me for a second.
Now, we could use our chef's knife, but we're not going to. Instead, we have this thing called a pair knife, which, in downflow,
Nobody messes with you, man.
with this one pair, I am, however, going to show you the difference between slices and dices. 5.
I did. Oh, that's good. Well, if you're done completing your ship knowledge,
We're actually going to end it right here, right now, and I'll finish filming after my phone's down to 100%. So, bye-bye. Like and subscribe.